All right, I think we are live. Hey, everybody. My name is Stephanie, and I am an online marketer. And the one thing I really enjoy about online marketing is that you get to meet tons of people. And I've actually met somebody really special today, and that is Coll. And she is going to be explaining to us how she got into online marketing, what she's been doing, the kind of successes she's had, and she's going to hopefully give us some tips and strategies. So I would like to introduce her now and to give her the opportunity to tell us a little bit about herself.
Hey Steph, can you hear me? Yeah, I'm okay, good. I'm Col. I'm from the UK. I'm 29 years old. I started marketing like literally 7 years ago, just doing bits and bobs. Um, but I didn't have the confidence, to actually go full force. 4 months ago, I actually joined a couple of programs and I started growing my accounts properly, getting my face out there, getting my brand out there. And it's absolutely taken off. It's exploded more than I could ever imagine it to. It's, Instagram, Facebook, if you follow me, you'll already know what I'm a part of. If you don't, then, you should be following me, taking some hints, tips and whatnot.
So I want to clarify, you started 7 years ago, but just recently started seeing a bunch of success.
Yeah, and I think that's mainly because I was so scared to put myself out there. And the worst thing that you can do in this game is to quit. And I quit so many times over the years, I'd start doing something and I'd see it, starting to take off and my own inner fear would take over and I'd just leave it at the front door and, I'd quit the program, and then, maybe a few months down the line, I'd pick something else up, and then I actually started writing a blog about 2 years ago and I figured, this is fantastic. And, that sort of took off and I started getting like 2,000 like traffic members a day coming to my site. And I thought, you know what, I'm actually really good at this. And then I'm at work one day and I'm sat on my break. I didn't get paid for break times. I earned £7.20 an hour, and I was doing 15-hour shifts. And I thought, you know what, fuck this. I walked out of the shift. I literally got on my computer and I started searching the internet. What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And then I stumbled across the program that I'm a part of now. And it exploded from there. I had nothing in the bank. I literally had the wages that I'd been paid. I paid all the bills and I just thought it's now or never. You're 29 years old. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it.
Wow.
And that's why I'm here now.
So you are doing this full time. This is
Yeah,
what
full
you do.
time. Yeah, absolutely.
Can you touch on a little bit of the things that you are involved with, not necessarily maybe saying what they are, but the types of things that you do?
Yeah, I mean, I'm part of two programs. One of them is in multi-level marketing, and the other one runs an amazing affiliate program. Although I don't promote it so much as an affiliate program, I use it purely for a sales funnel, which is mainly what it's there for. But they're both two amazing programs. You're part of one of them. I know that because that's
Yeah,
obviously how we connected. um,
right.
but one of them is so fresh at the moment, and it's got everyone from every range, age group like involved in it. But I find for me with the type of marketing that I do, it's hitting up the 23, the 24s and the 25-year-olds that, maybe are coming out of university, especially over here in the UK. Like you come out of university and you realise that there's actually no jobs out there and you're going to have to go and work at McDonald's. So, I'm getting a lot of people coming to me, saying, listen, Col, I really want to get started with what you're doing because what I've just trained to do is now not going to pay me a wage because there is no jobs. So,
Right. Well, this is what I want to say because we had a little chat earlier,
yeah.
and you can introduce somebody to something exactly what you're doing,
Hmm.
and it isn't, well, it is easy, but it's not easy because even though you're your own boss, you still have to put work into it.
Absolutely.
Um, so I guess I don't know what my point is other than the fact that you can guide somebody into a direction, but
Yeah.
they still need to put work into it. They need to learn what they're doing and they need to make an effort.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a couple of ways of marketing. There's the people that call it, attraction marketing. And don't get me wrong, I do a lot of that. But there's attraction marketing and then there's posting a picture, hashtagging the shit out of it, and then sitting and hoping and praying, that people are going to come to you. And I have been speaking to other online marketers online and they've been saying, you know, the law of attraction and everything like that, and you know, pray to the universe and you're going to get everything there handed to you. You know, all you have to do is post a few lifestyle pictures, and you know, it really doesn't work like that. Like, I'll post a picture on my Instagram, you know, I'll hashtag the hell out of it. You know, hopefully, you know, a few people will find that, but I don't sit and wait for it. What I do, you know, I'll have, say somebody comes on my thing, they might leave a comment, or they might, you know, give me a follow or something. I will click onto their profile. I'll see how many, you know, followers they've got, what sort of thing they're into, and then I'll actually go onto their followers. And then what I'll do, I'll like take 20 of their top followers, because the top followers, when you click onto it, are actually the most recent followers. So what I'll do, I'll follow them, and then you'll find that they'll follow you back. So then what I'll do, I'll click onto them, and then again, I'll go to the top, I'll follow 20 of them. And what I do, I keep doing that, and then I'll go on to other profiles. You know, I'll like a few pictures, I'll comment, and I'll follow them. You know, and you'll find they'll follow you back. But you can't literally post. You know, so many people think it's so easy to just post this, post that. People will find you, and you know, there is a lot of work. That sometimes I can sit on my phone, you know, for 6 hours at a time, literally going at it. You know, so it doesn't come as easy as people think.
I agree, because when I first started last year, it was promoting a product, and I would post a picture thinking, okay, why isn't anybody thinking that this is spectacular? Why aren't they contacting me? And you're right, you have to make connections with people and do so much more than just posting a link or a picture and expecting to have people
Absolutely.
come flocking at you. So the one of the reasons that we connected was because I saw your post that you made in regards to helping somebody. It was actually helping them build their Instagram account, somebody
Hmm.
that was not anywhere part of your team or anything.
Yeah.
So then when I went to your Instagram account, I was like, holy crap, it's huge. So can you tell us a little bit about Instagram and how you use it for marketing?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's two ways to work Instagram. There's the organic way, like I've just told you, and then there's the way that every marketer wants to know about, you know, how to automate your Instagram, you know. And I actually have two accounts on Instagram. I have one that's run automatically, and automated, and I have another one that I run, you know, organically. I basically, I'm not going to say the website, because obviously if you want that, you can approach me directly for it. But what I do, it's set up very, very similar. I actually have robots running it, and they'll go out and they'll do exactly what I do organically, but they'll do it at a much faster rate. And then what I do, I actually have it pointing over to the same links, and I have it pointing over to my main Instagram. And that's just another way that I work it like that. Um, you'll find that there's a lot of people on Instagram that are very, very, you know, obviously you go on Instagram because you want to see pictures and you want to see, you know, emojis and things like that. If you look in somebody's bio, and this is so important when Instagram marketing, if you've just got something that says, hi, I'm Coll, I'm an internet marketer / coach, entrepreneur, click my link, nobody's going to click that link. You know, as human beings, we're such visual creatures, you know, so you need to jazz things up. You know, like on my thing, it says, you know, no BS, and it points down to a thing, and then I've got a little, you know, emoji of a poo, you know, and that's automatically going to make somebody look at it, and they're going to, you know, they're going to want to click on it. And what I do every month, I actually change what I have in my bio, you know, just so that it's not so boring. You know, if someone's already seen it, you know, they might not necessarily want to click it again, but it's something fresh, you know, it's going to make them want to click it again. You know, I tend to post pictures of myself, my family, you know, sometimes my animals. I've got 14 cats, by the way. There's one up
Oh,
there.
wow.
You know, so I don't always just post about business. You know, I do a lot, you know, what I'm getting up to and things like that. Um, but yeah, there's so many ways. I could go into it. I could sit here for hours telling you, you know, about how you need to comment and certain things that you need to do. If anybody does, you know, really want to go into it into detail, you know, they're quite welcome, you know, to hit me up on my inbox.
Excellent. So let's do this. Let's boil it all down. If
Sure.
you were to give um, one bit of advice or a big tip or strategy to people maybe that are brand new to online marketing, what would it be?
Can you say, sorry, I lost you. What
Okay. So my question was, if somebody brand new to internet marketing
yeah.
wanted to get started, what would be one tip or strategy or advice that you could give them?
Come and join me. No, I'm only joking. No, my biggest tip is don't be afraid to put yourself out there, even if you're absolutely bricking it. Like, this is my first time I've ever gone live, and as well as I do, I messaged you to tell you I was absolutely bricking it. I was. Is to put yourself out there, and don't ever quit. Don't be afraid and do not quit. Never quit. Don't give up because there's a snowball effect and you might not be making it now, but you are going to make it. I promise.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So I think we're going to wrap it up here. If anybody has any questions, they can just find you on Facebook, right? Is
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
best place?
Coll-Morgan Hunt or
Yeah.
or Digitalpreneur with a double D if they want to get me on Instagram.
Okay. This is going to be recorded and posted, and we'll make sure that information is in the descriptions and in the links and all around it. So I hope everybody has found some value to this, and it was quite a pleasure talking with you tonight.
Thank you.